Hello, captains. This is Taiho, and I'm excited to announce that the NDA of Tirpitz has been lifted. Sorry about the pronunciation since I'm not German. And after taking a long hiatus from Warships because of all the funny monkey business and testing armor warfare recently, and of course getting burnt out from ships due to the amount of battles I play in alpha and beta. I've been back and back to Warships a lot more while still doing armor warfare videos as well. And so today we'll be talking about Tirpitz, and I like to call it Tirpitz since I always derp with it. But let's just go through the stats pretty quickly. The HP is 69,300, pretty decent for TAA ship. And the main gun it has 38 centimeter SKC 34 gun, and the range and the dispersion is pretty okay, I would say. However, the damage per shot is only 11k, which is 1k less and 2k less compared to North Carolina and Amagi, which is means that they have pretty much a lot better damage output per salvo compared to Tirpitz. And the next is the highlight of the whole ship, that is the torpedo tubes. You have one quad torpedo on each side of the ship, which can be actually destroyed pretty easily if and you are under fire from the side. But they are pretty decent weapon at close range with 6 km of range and 64 knots of speed, and deals almost 14,000 damage per hit. You can pretty much surprise a lot of people with it, since it is still not available to the general public. But however, due to a short range on this weapon and the fact that this is a battleship, you will be fighting at medium to long range a lot more than short range. So you don't expect to use this too often unless you try to close in on enemies or try to defend yourself against some cruiser or destroyers closing in on you. But it's a nice addition since it makes this ship really unique. And I hope that Wargaming will actually add all the underwater torpedo tubes for, like, say, HMS Nelson and other ships that historically has torpedoes, even though they are not really effective at all, but it can be fun in the game. And for the AA, it doesn't really feature great anti-air fire. It only has 47 rating, and you have pretty much half of your DPS, more than half of your DPS in your close range AA. That means under 2.1 kilometer you have pretty much a lot, like almost let's see, that's 184 more damage than your auto AA ring, which means that you might get hit by dive bombers and top bombers. Like, say, you can shot down maybe about one or even none of the squadron before they release their ordnance on you. Then you might be able to get one or two of them as they are leaving, which means that you need to rely on your friends for more AA support. As for your speed and maneuverability, you have pretty much you are pretty much one of the fastest BB on the field. Being a fast battleship, you can go as fast as 30.9 knots on paper, and since I got the speed flag, I can actually sail at 32.4 knots, but that takes about 30 seconds in straight line to really accelerate to that speed. Once you hit that's after you hit 30 knots, which means that you pretty much goes usually somewhere just above 30 knots, if you are going about a straight line with speed flag and you will go like 28 when you are try to do some evasive maneuver or even less speed. If you are trying to turn like in really big circles and run, it has pretty good rudder shift time at 20 seconds, which means that you have enough time to change your direction. However, the turning radius is 850 meters, which is kind of big for me, especially after you are used to the really tight turning of the slow standard battleship of the United States Navy. As for concealment, it pretty much has the standard battleship concealment, so there's nothing much to talk about. For modules, I actually mounted the pretty much the standard. You have the main gun repair module, the accuracy module of a main gun, the damage control, the rudder shifting time module, and the concealment module. That's a pretty much the standard loadout for my ship. As for consumable, I use all premium since this ship is not released to the general public yet, so it has pretty much you will get focus fire if you are trying to captain this ship, and you will want maximum survivability for yourself. And that's why I use a Type 2 camouflage, which reduces the accuracy of incoming fire and all signal flags except the 2 credit and XP earning flags, and makes the ship look pretty nice anyway. And that's about what I can say for the Tirpitz for now, because as some of you might know, I'm not really a battleship player, which is tester's job. I'm usually the carrier player, but however I haven't really played that much of Warships since open beta. That's why I only got a whole shot down here. But I will get my ship soon, and you guys will know which ship I'm going for for my in-game name. And I hope you guys enjoy this the game I'm going to coming out next, which is an okay game personally, as I can play actually much better, but my skill get really rusty after these few months of break from Warship. Okay, so let's say sail. Here we go, we are on the map of hotspots, which is one of the weird map which you spawn with half of your team and another half of your team is on the opposite side of the map, while the enemy are surrounding you, which is kind of shitty for carrier players and some other players who like to spawn with their team together. The beginning of battle is pretty bland, and as we all know, War of Warship is a pretty slow-paced game, especially compared to War of Tanks or War of Warplanes or even Armor Warfare. It might be getting a little bit awkward with silence, since I might have nothing to speak. But anyway, let's just talk about the ship and the battle. The accelerate time is pretty good. You can see that I got somewhere above 30 knots under 30, in a minute or so, which means you can have some nice acceleration even if you slow down, and you can get your speed back up pretty quickly. The style of battle is pretty much a standard affair, trying to take pole shots at long range, which you might get a lucky hit or two, but most of the time you are going to get nothing or something like this. You can see dispersion is really wide with first solver, and I got a lucky hit and I took away 1,000 health from the Pensacola. And with 24-second reload, the Tirpitz can actually do pretty well when actually trying to find the zeroing on the enemy when you find the correct lead and range. But of course this one is going to fail since I accidentally aim at the mountain instead of the ship or the sea. However, I'm going to try to engage people with torpedo as much as possible. And this time around, not gonna happen as there's really no one in front of me. Even though I take the really narrow path and hope that some enemy destroyers or cruiser will take this route as well, so I can surprise them with my torpedo, which can actually really devastating if I can hit them with more than one torpedo. And I'm actually thinking whether I should turn left or right. On the right side, we have a New Mexico, which is pretty much isolated from his team, as everyone else on his team sailing in the opposite direction or pretty much really far away from him. But however, as the Hatharu is moving towards him, I decide to not engage him but turn to my port side, since the Hatharu might get him in one salvo and I will be there doing really nothing and put myself in a really bad position under crossfire. Under crossfire might actually show everyone how resilient this ship can be sometimes. As I turn, almost hit that hill, but I can turn in time actually. It has a decent turn. And as I'm closing the corner, I launch my spotter plane to see if there's anyone trying to ambush me behind the stupid hill. And luckily no one is there. And we have our first close range target, like the Nagato. And the damn bad lead, and the hill actually blocks off my shots. And there's no way I can hit it with torpedo at this angle, since there's a little island blocking him. That's why I'm going to use the island to close in on him and try to top him in close range while doing actually I'm planning to do a main battery close range salvo first, a really close range broadside, which should help hopefully kill it or really heavily damage it, that I can finish it easily with my torpedo. But however, there's Atlanta actually coming and flanking me from the side. I can't engage both ships as they are on the defense side. That's why I decided to just take the shots and focus on Nagato instead. And he actually is prepared for me. But for some reason he missed, and my salvo kills it in one shot, basically hitting its engine room 3 times and bringing it down to the bottom. And I'm in no mood of fighting the Atlanta now, as taking a lot of HE hits and on fire is not really good for the general health of my crew. That's why I decided to just turn and try to engage it without turning my turrets. That's why I'm continuing using on my starboard side to it's just to reduce the time to turn the turret. However, lucky for him, my torpedo tube was destroyed by his HE runs, which sucks. And he actually took away 20,000 HP from me, which really hurts. But the island saved me kind of by hiding my ship away from him. And we will continue the journey onto the enemy carrier. While I have some time to let the repair party to finish the cooldown and get my HP back up. And talking about this ship, so far I feel it's a pretty fun ship to drive, and I heard that they will be selling it in the future. The time hasn't been confirmed yet, as I actually hear conflicting dates from all my sources. That's why I won't really speculate on when they will sell it, but rest assured you will be able to tell not really. I mean, you will be able to get a ship by paying money for it, and hopefully they will have some codes and stuff, and everyone can enjoy it since it's a pretty fun ship to drive now, with it being the only ship with torpedoes. And as the enemy carriers sunk to the sea bottom, I turn to a port side and swings around to engage the last few enemy ships on the right hand side of the map. As you can see, my aiming skill is kind of rusty now and don't really have a lot of citadel hits as much as I wanted to have. Or maybe that's because the gun on this ship is not really that accurate. However, I got a lot of bad lucks and bad distortion, like this, hitting right next to a ship without actually damaging it. And that's really just plain bad luck. And this one just hit it once, leaving on a really low health, and have my teammate finish it off. And my right hand, actually I shouldn't really do engage people on my starboard, since my starboard side torpedo has been destroyed, which can create some trouble like this. Like I was trying to top it, but then I realized my starboard torpedo has been destroyed. That's why I have to turn away from him, since going towards him at this range might means that taking all torpedoes to the front, at the front of my ship. But let me see, I'm an easy shot for his torpedo as well. Then I decide to just dump all the repair party and the damage control back to get my HP back up. And lucky for me, he didn't manage to turn in time to launch his starboard torpedo at me before my secondary ripping apart. At this stage, the game is pretty much set. Actually, with absolute numerical advantage, we just need to really capture the points to make sure the victory is ours. As the whole team chasing the enemy down, we don't really have much to do but just was talk about just plain shooting. A lucky solver, actually half solver, managed to hit a Mogali twice in the citadel, almost killing it. Too bad I didn't have a third round into him. And as my starboard torpedo is destroyed, I decide to turn to my starboard side and present my port side, which is the left hand side of my ship, to the enemy so that I can at least try to top someone while my ship is really burning up and leaving me on really low health. As the game is wrapping up, I just try to talk about my future update. Since my new semester starts and I actually have my CPA exam, which is a Certified Public Accountant exam that I need to prepare, so I won't be able to do as many videos as the last couple of years. I will still try to maintain like 2 to 3 videos at least for the start of the semester. Every week, maybe 5 if I manage to have many good games and have the time to do it. And that's pretty much what I will do for on YouTube. I might do some streaming. I haven't really thought about it yet. And the game is really wrapping up, and I try to top the New Mexico.
Our team has taken the lead.
Well, somehow he didn't really shoot at me for some reason. Maybe he's aiming at someone else. But too bad the torpedo didn't hit anything as my team just finishing off with gun. 6 citadels and 2 kills and 2 achievements. Pretty okay game for me. And since I'm not really a battleship player, I guess I still need to really check my battleship skill a lot more. And 2000 base XP, pretty decent. It's only second to the Ismo, which is a tier 9. But the damage output is pretty sad, somewhere like 50, not even 150k. Blah. Okay, anyway, this is the Tirpitz preview, and good hunting, captains.